Capash on the line as well.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever y'all ready, let me know. Big shout out to Captain Chaapash, y'all, out in the Midwest. Really getting out there about housing the brothers and sisters out there, and I think it was a couple others. Oh, there he is. Hey, what's going on, Cap? All right. Yeah, can you give us a couple words so we know we can hear you? I don't think he can hear you. Fuck, I didn't mean to cut it on the story. We'll come back to it.
Wakan. New report finds near.
No. Let's see. Can we get him or you need time?
Lord Christ,
shalom. Hey, shalom, mighty man.
How
you making out, mighty man?
I'm doing great. I believe Captain Ash is on here too to translate for the Honduras brother who walked over here.
Most High in Christ. Okay. All right. Let's get into it then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 6 times to Ash Aquarium. Y'all give it up for Ash. Ash holding it down real heavy. In the Latino community, man.
General.
All right. Go ahead, Chaapash. You got the floor.
Okay, Khan. Dicen tu historia de caminar en Estados Unidos.
Está bien.
Dice. Escucha. Sí.
Buenas noches. Mi nombre es Henry Martínez. Soy de Honduras. Y ¿sí escucha?
Sí, escucha, traductor.
Okay. Sigue ahí, entonces hazlo paso por paso para yo trasladar, ¿ok?
Bueno, ok. Sí, mi nombre es Henry Martínez, soy de Honduras.
He said that his name is Henry Martinez, he's from Honduras.
Y buenas noches y mucho gusto y gracias por este momento que me han permitido darme.
He says it's a pleasure meeting everybody, and that he's grateful for the opportunity to tell the story.
Es un gusto para mí y un placer de estar aquí reunidos todos juntos.
He said again, it's a pleasure. We're all here together. Sigue ahí.
Doy gracias. Sí.
I got a question. ¿Por qué tú quieres en Estados Unidos?
Okay.
I asked him why you want to come to America. See, because he walked from Honduras.
Sí.
If I could, Chaapash, real quick, just to give everybody a background. That brother that you see sitting right there next to Captain Chaapash. Chaapash, what city you in again?
Indianapolis.
He's in Indianapolis. All right. That's in Indiana, correct?
Sí.
All right. I'm bad with my geography in the Midwest. I'm working on it. In Indianapolis, in the United States of America, this brother walked from the country of Honduras all the way to that city. And you mean to tell me we got a problem with him? That brother right there is an asset to this nation. Tell him what I said, and then tell him we heard about his story. And that's why I asked to come on and bring him on with him. Because Chaapash did something for him. It's just beautiful what you're about to hear tonight. Go ahead,
So Henry, el general dijo que hablando de tu historia, de cómo saliste de su país y caminaste millas para llegar a la ciudad de Indianápolis, y que tú eres ¿sabes? Y que la gente no deben quejar porque tú te motivaste de salir de tu país a llegar acá.
Instead of persecuting these brothers, you understand? I'm gonna let you get it right now. Instead of persecuting these brothers, You need to keep an eye on these white people. White people acting a damn fool out here. You know what I'm saying? Going off, going crazy, shooting up malls. You know what I'm saying? Bugging the hell out. Well, this brother walked all the way here, man, to get away from hell. Go ahead, you take it out, Salah.
Dale ahí, Henry, paso a paso para yo trasladar.
Sí, que pues yo tengo una historia, ¿verdad?, que compartir, que pues yo salí de mi país.
Right, so he said that he got a story to tell that he left his country. Sigue ahí.
Can I ask a question? Why did he leave Honduras? If I could,
Sí, el general está preguntando, la pregunta de él es, ¿por qué usted decidió de irse de su país? Él quiere saber eso.
Porque el país de allá es bajo recursos y el plan es ayudar a la familia allá en nuestros países.
Un momentito. He says that over there they have very little resources, and his plan was to come over here to help his family. Sí, ahí.
Para que vivan un poco mejor las familias allá.
So that way the family can live a little bit better over there.
Sí.
Entonces, es triste porque uno deja sus seres queridos, dejé mis seres queridos.
Yeah, so he said that it's sad because he had to leave his loved ones over there. Sí,
Padre, madre, hermanos,
father, mother, brothers,
hermanas,
sisters.
Y cuando salí de allá, ellos tenían ganas de llorar porque no sabían si yo un día iba a regresar o no. Ya llevo muchos años de estar aquí y no he podido regresar.
Right, so he was saying that they were crying and they were sad because they didn't know whether or not if he would be able to return. He says he's been here for years already in the States and he still hasn't returned. Continúa.
And Capt.
Yes.
Hey, Cap, if you could, Cap, can you tell us how you hooked up with him?
So basically, we were putting the ads out to rent rooms, but because of the teachings of you, Commander Yahanna, and the ISUBK, we made sure to just only focus on who we need to focus on, and that's how we hooked up with him.
Heavy. And right now in this country is a lot of negative persecution against our Latino brothers and sisters. And you saw past that and cut through it with the spirit of the Lord and looked out and put the brother up.
See, yes, him and his wife.
Like that's how we build a nation right there.
Comes.
That's how you get a whole nation together from all the way from Honduras to the Midwest. That's how you put all that together. Like the Lord is wiser than man. You understand? Like the Lord deserves so much credit because the Lord is so much wiser than a man. Like if you do what the Lord say, it may not look like it's supposed to be done that way. Every politician and religious leader got their own philosophy of how it's done. But the Lord got his way. And we do what he says. And brother, you're going to have brothers come from all over. And it's amazing how he came up on the Chaapash who already knows how to speak Spanish. You already know how to speak Spanish, which is so amazing. And you end up hooking up with the brother. And then you also building camps out there. Tell us about that if you could. I should translate if you need to, but tell us about that if you could.
So you said again, you said talking about the work, the food drives and stuff? Or what are you talking about the camps out here?
you are in the Dominican Republic teaching.
Oh, yeah, see, yeah.
To work with Honduras as well.
Yep, under Captain Ashaparian, we've been traveling. We went to Santiago, Santo Domingo. And through that, a Haitian brother went with us who was in the school, Officer Sharatazai. And the first time we went, he said, man, I'm never going to Haiti, man. There's so much evil going on. It's so bad. I'm never going. Why he ended up, from that trip, hooking up with a Haitian sister, and now he there every other month and married her and everything. So we out in Haiti also, and for everybody to know, we're doing a food drive out there in Haiti, in DR, and in Puerto Rico. And you can go to the website, ishbk.com, click on donations, and put on there, it's for a food drive in Haiti. Put a donation, put 20, put 10, put something. Because really being out there, it's a different world. Like they're not eating, it's not America. They're not eating every day. There's not resources everywhere. There's not jobs everywhere. So the help that we bring into them is way bigger than you could ever think. You know what I mean? They really appreciate it out there. So anything you put on the books, you know what I mean? The Lord said it's more blessed to give than receive. We sitting in America, you know, we struggling, but we got food every day. More than, you know what I'm saying? If we help our brothers and sisters, the Lord going to bless us tenfold. So it's very important for all Israel to put them donations on there. Talk to people you know. Talk to people you know that say they love everybody. Oh, you say God love everybody, right? Well, we're going to feed Haitians, giving them bags of rice. How about you put something on there? Put $200 on there. Oh, I don't know, man. You know, then now you start to see where people are really at, where they say they love everybody. So we need to love our brothers. So it's very important. Put a donation on there. That's all I wanted to emphasize.
And if I could, add, Slock, did I cut you off, Chaapash?
No, that's it. That's it. We out there in November.
Yeah, I wanted to add to that. I'm gonna let y'all in a second. Yes, well, I wanted to add to that, Aga, too, that us up here, man, you better get your head together. You better stop listening to these black leaders and Latino leaders that tell you to not support these brothers, to not support the other tribe. Ain't no white people coming to your rescue. You get bombed like the Gazans got bombed, and you on your own. Ain't nobody else coming to help you. You understand? Like y'all brought out earlier, you got to give to receive. If you don't give, if you don't care about what the Lord care about, then the Lord don't care about you.
That's right.
He said, the Lord said in the scriptures, bring these two sticks together, Judah and his mates and Ephraim and his mates, which is all 12 tribes, North, Central, and South America, the North American Indians all the way down to the tip of South America. The Lord wants them together because they're the ones that's going to rule the kingdom. So if you sitting up here, you know, uptight and negative because some white man tell you that they're murderers and rapists, then you a fool. You think Donald Trump cares about you? Them brothers just got their ass whooped in the Donald Trump rally. I don't even know what the hell they dumb ass was doing in there. Like you went into a Donald Trump rally. Did you think that did you not understand that it's a white supremacist rally? You ain't figured it out yet. You ain't figured it out yet. 4 years later, they ain't figured it out that it's a white supremacist rally and got the hell beat out of them. I think almost killed them. Almost killed them in that damn rally. You understand? When you should be focused on these brothers and sisters. A lot of you, what's the name of that term they call them? Something American, African Americans, or what's the name?
Oh, for foundational Black Americans.
Right. Foundational what? Foundational Black Americans, which is another dumb, silly, stupid term. Yeah, you give yourself a different name every 20 goddamn years. Damn that, bring these tribes together like the Lord said, and you're going to see something amazing. If this brother got the strength to walk from Honduras all the way to the Midwest, what else will he do in righteousness for the Most High? You understand? You could build yourself up instead of begging. They already scared that you're going to outnumber them, man. This is exactly what our king called us to do. You over there in Africa, you fake Israelites, you vile, disgusting fake Israelites, you over there bringing Africans in and putting Africans over the tribe of Judah. The shame that you did. We talked about that in class, right or wrong, you died. How they them Hamites from Babylon sat over the top of the tribe of Judah and disrespected them until Daniel came along and shut that bullshit down. You bringing some heathens from the other side of the world that's not the 12 tribes, lying about them because you want that African money. See, ain't no money in helping these brothers.
Yep.
They're giving you a paycheck when you go get that African money. You understand? But you ain't getting no paycheck for helping this brother. What Chaapash did here, he did. Did you get a government check for this?
I wish.
You understand? He didn't get none of that. And that's what the Lord called for. And listen, the women coming too. Oh boy, you old black women asking for that high value man. Woo. You old, what's the restaurant they don't want you to take them to? The cheese. They don't do Olive Garden.
Or chili.
Or chili. Them sisters coming up from Honduras, they gonna be the cook in Olive Garden and chili. You gonna be eating chilies every night at the crib. Right off the menu. You understand? From Olive Garden. Because they're gonna be the one in the restaurant working it. You understand? You better get your head right, man. We've been puffed up as a slave in this place. And we back up off. I don't want to take it all, man. Y'all jump in if y'all want or get or let the brother.
You said you want him to continue, sir?
If I could ask a question, sir, if it's good. Could you ask the brother, I really don't even understand how you could walk from Honduras to America. Could you ask him about some of the problems that he went through to get here, and how long did it take? And what, terrible events did he have to go through to walk that distance? And how was it even possible to walk that distance?
Cáncer. Henry, so el general se está preguntando si puedes detallar paso por paso qué es lo que tú tuviste que hacer para llegar a este país, ¿sabes? Incluyendo los malos ratos que sufriste, y la duración que tomaste para llegar a este país.
Sí, yo cuando me vine tuve que cruzar todo el país de Guatemala, después entré a todo México.
Okay.
Y ahí en México, pues ahí me agarraron la migración y me mandaron para Guatemala.
Okay, the momentito. So what he said was that he had to travel through El Salvador and Guatemala, ended up in Mexico, and when he got there, the immigration put him back in Guatemala.
Y ahí en Guatemala dormí. Y en Guatemala dormí en la calle.
He said while he was in Guatemala, he was living on the streets.
Porque no andaba dinero.
Because he had no money.
Solo me quedé así a un lado de un negocio, sentado ahí pasé la noche.
So what he would do is next to a business, he would be just sitting there, and that's how he spent his nights.
Pero un poquito antes de eso, yo había agarrado el bus porque quise regresarme de regreso para Honduras, pero solo hice el intento y no regresé. Entonces,
Ash, you got to speak up. Ash, you got to speak up a little.
Yes,
it's hard
sir.
to hear. Go ahead.
Am I coming in clear now, sir?
You're a little. Can you get closer to the mic by any chance?
Oh, one second.
Your volume is coming in low. You may have to speak up.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Okay,
nice
so
please.
Yes, sir. So what he said was that while he was in Honduras, he crossed his mind to want to take the bus back home, right? He made an attempt to, but didn't go through with it all the way. Continúa.
Y después me regresé y entrando a México, ahí tuve que vivir 6 meses.
So
y
he
ahí
turned
trabajé.
around. So he said he turned around, ended up in Mexico, lived there for 6 months, and he worked there.
Porque estaba difícil la pasada para venir para acá en ese tiempo.
Because he said it was difficult through the passes just to get over here. Continúa.
Y ahí me encontré un tío y él quiso apoyarme en venirme y él como tenía un dinero ahí, la misma migración de México se lo robó el dinero.
Right. So while he was there, he found his uncle that lived in Mexico and was trying to support him to get over here, but the immigration in Mexico stole all the funds that he had.
Y entonces él se quedó allá y yo continué para acá todo México, y me tocó caminar partes caminando, corriendo por el monte, por rodear la migración de México. Porque ahí,
Un momentito. So he says that what happened was that his uncle stood behind him and he decided to continue the journey forward to the States. And he would go through the mountainsides. He would walk and run, trying to make sure that immigration in Mexico don't catch him. Continúa.
y ahí yo traía un pantalón puesto nuevo, una camisa nueva, unos
So he had a
zapatos
new,
nuevos.
so he had brand new pants, new shirt, new shoes. Continúa.
Y luego ahí me asaltaron, me robaron la camisa nueva y me dieron su camisa, los ladrones de ellos. Me robaron el pantalón nuevo y me dieron su pantalón de ellos. Y me robaron los zapatos nuevos y me dieron sus zapatos de ellos, bien viejos.
So what he said was that over there, some Mexicans over there came and stole his brand new shirt, his brand new shoes, his brand new pants, stole it, and then they gave him old clothing.
Y me robaron el dinero y me pusieron una pistola.
So they put a gun to his head, and they stole his money.
Y eran dos ladrones. Uno me puso una pistola y el otro me estaba apuntando.
So he said that there were two of them. One put the gun to him, and the other one was just getting things off of him.
Y aquí estoy vivo por la misericordia de Dios, porque ahí es bien peligroso ese camino.
Right, he says he's now living in the States by the mercy of the Most High, because over there it's too dangerous for him.
Arriesga mucho la vida uno. Arriesgué mucho la vida en todo ese camino.
He said he risked his life throughout the whole trip over here.
Y cuando ya entré a Estados Unidos, por todo el desierto me tocó caminar tres noches sin parar y dormir en el día.
So
por
what
todo
he
el
said
desierto.
So coming through the desert into the States, he suffered to walk 3 days where he would rest during the day and walk at nighttime without stopping. Sí, ahí.
Y todo México venía parte de bus y partes caminando.
So he said part of it through that trip was walking, and at times he would have to take the bus in Mexico.
At times he would what?
That he would have to ride the bus, and at times he would have to walk just to get over here into the States. And this is when he was, trying to get over.
And to demonize him and to call him a racist, a rapist, and all of that because of a few is evil as hell. To use him as a political pawn, you understand, when you starved in those countries down there. Those countries can't sell the things they want to sell because they being starved to death by the empire. You understand? This is the Death Star, this place right here. And if you don't adhere to the Death Star, they destroy your land and everything else, which is exactly what's been going on, man. And because of that, he gonna do great works in the work of the Most High. He gonna do great works in the work of the Most High, man. Anybody else before I let Chaapash go?
No, sir.
Chaapash, anything else you want to add before y'all go?
No.
If I could add one last thing right before I let you in, Chaapash, I just want if Ashaparim could just tell him that we are very proud of his courage, man, and very proud of his journey to help his family. You understand? And we know that he must have had to keep his family heavy in his heart for him to be able to endure and persevere that whole time. And that kind of perseverance makes a hell of a brother in the work of the Most High. That kind of sacrifice and suffering makes a hell of a brother in the work of the Most High. Please.
Entonces, so él dijo que él estamos orgullosos que usted hizo el esfuerzo para viajar de su país, a llegar acá y aguantar toda la clase de presión you know, advertencia en contra ti y mientras tú sufriste eso, tú lo hiciste con el pensamiento en tu corazón de tu familia, porque tú quieres que tu familia esté en una mejor situación. Y esa clase de hombre que ayudaría no solamente a su familia, sino a la nación completa en el Espíritu del Señor. Yes, sir.
You got it, Ash. I mean,
Yes,
Capash.
sir.
And if I could, EJ gonna say one more part about how he had to spend he had to spend time in jail too. They locked him up on the border.
They locked him up on the border.
Sí, this is the story of prison.
O cuando estuviste preso.
Ah, sí. Y ya después, con los años después, y tuve preso y acá y porque me querían deportar para Honduras y tuve un año preso y ahí es muy sufrido porque no hay buena comida y ahí pues mucha sopa de marucha se come ahí.
Sir, so what he said was that he was among those brothers and sisters that were at the border. And when the news came out about the brothers and sisters at the border, he spent a year in there, and he said they were suffering all the time. You know, you seen him and the other brothers and sisters suffering all the time. They weren't taking care of them as they supposed, and they were just feeding them slop, basically. You know.
Damn, man, he spent a year on that border in jail.
Come on.
Y después es porque peleando caso, proceso para no ser deportado, para salir para acá, para Estados Unidos.
Right. So he said that he did whatever was necessary to fight his case so that way they can keep him over here in the States. You know.
Y ahí en la cárcel esperaba que alguien me pusiera dinerito para comprar café, sopita de marucha, pero no tenía mucha familia aquí afuera.
Right. So he was saying that while he was locked up, he was hoping that somebody would put some money on the books so that way he could at least buy some coffee and some soup. Or since there was really nobody to help him out like that, that was part of what he suffered.
Damn. We're gonna look into that. Let them know this. We're gonna look into that jail on that border. And we're gonna find random brothers and sisters and put some money on their books so they ain't gotta suffer the same thing. And if you could tell them one last thing, if I could, if you could let him know that the Lord sent him up here to meet with that man he's sitting right next to right now. And that cat right there is going to show him things he never believed that was about him and his people. And together they're going to do something amazing in this work of the Most High, because that's a bad cat he got sitting next to him. Please let him know that.
Yes, sir. So, el general dijo esta cosa, ¿verdad? Que vamos ayudar a aquellos que sufren como usted sufrió allá en la frontera encarcelado y para ponerle dinero para las necesidades. Aparte de eso, él dijo que el Señor puso el Espíritu en ti para que tú puedas conocer al capitán que está sentado a tu mano derecha, y el capitán te va a enseñar muchas cosas sobre los hondureños y la gente de allá de su país y en esa zona, ¿ok? So, esto fue el propósito o que el Señor quería que esto sucediera. Consul.
Right. Captain Chaapash, man, I salute you out for that great work that you're doing over there and in the Dominican Republic as well. That's some great work you getting in there. You got the floor, Chaapash. You want to drop anything before we go?
No, that's it.
Y ahí en la cárcel conocí una persona que él me daba a la semana, me invitaba a $15 de comisaria y
So
me
he said that
ayudaba.
if
Ajá.
eventually there was somebody that would hook him up with $15 for his commissary and would help him out.
Buena
Come,
persona, sí.
He said good
come.
people.
Well, because he here now and this is being heard, other brothers and sisters, they're gonna get something to help them on their books. You know what I'm saying? Before I chime out too, a big shout out to Chaapash, man, going down doing Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, been holding it down with us. That's an old school warrior role with me back in the day in New York City. Right there, that cat right there, man. We grinding in the gritty. You know what I mean? So big shout out to you also, man. The great work that you do in the work of the Lord consistently and non-stop. You know what I mean?
If I may, sir, can I say one thing about our
Please.
brothers and sisters that are in the Central America region? See, a lot of us don't know that once upon a time the United States went in there and destroyed the economics. We're talking
Yep.
back then. We're talking about the American Fruit Company that was Dulles, the CIA, his brother Dulles ran that company for years. They were the culprits to disabling the economics in Honduras, in Guatemala, and many other places, including I don't know if y'all don't know or do know about the banana wars. That was the United States that did all these things. And here's the ill part: it's 2024, and these brothers and sisters still have not recuperated from the dangerous United States that destroyed our families down there in Central America, and they're gonna pay for that.
Brother, you give it up. That's what you saying. So right. And was that it, Osh?
Counsel, yes, sir.
Can I add one more thing? And anytime anybody else want to jump in, they could. Here's what black people should ask themselves. Black people, you should ask yourself this. Throughout the whole time you've been here in America, who has ever come to your help when you was running from slavery and trying to get out of slavery? What people ever came to your help? Go check your history. You'll find out there was only one people that ever came to your rescue. And that was the so-called Mexican people, the tribe of Issachar. Christ knows what he's talking about. They are the ones that fought back them Texas Rangers and held them off from dragging you back into slavery and slaughtering you down there in Texas and different areas like that. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about that because they don't want to reveal how they ran up on Issachar and got their ass kicked from trying to, while Issachar protected Jake and his family and his women and all that. You got all kind of Judite tribe, Judite neighborhoods in Mexico. They call them Black Mexicans. And they in Central and South America too. They in Cuba. They in all those countries because they was running persecution. They in some of these Caribbean islands. I found out about that too. They in these Caribbean islands because they was running from the slave master in America, and they only were helped by them Latino tribes and some of the Benjamite tribes as well. Okay? Remember that. Ain't nobody else came. Them Africans didn't come help you. They sold you. They didn't come to help you. So they ain't got their head right on it. Anybody?
Nice.
The water so much for coming through. I can take in the time, man, to chime in with us. And what's the brother's name?
His name is Henry, sir.
Big shout out. You got to get you a Hebrew name quick as possible.
Henry, te está saludando. Que tenemos que darte un nombre en hebreo lo más pronto posible, hermano.
Okay. Está bien. Sí, muy bien. Y ahí, cuando está encarcelado, ahí, y muchos deportan hispanos y dejan familia aquí, hijos, y no les importa aquí que dejen familia, hijos, y van deportados muchos. Sí.
He's adding something else in there. He said that a lot of Latino families get deported, but they keep their children here. You know what I'm saying? And that causes them to suffer.
Wild as hell, man. You know what I mean? What is this obsession with the Latino tribes' children, man? Putting them in cages, lost 1,500 of them. Now we find out they keeping them and all that. And of course, ain't no tracking going on. You know what I'm saying? Or none of that. Where's all the tracking and all this other stuff they got? There's got a change is coming, man. Change is coming. The chains of slavery is about to be loosened in this kingdom. I'm telling you right now, the change of slavery is about to get loose up in there. Turkey just got on the airways today and basically said they cutting off all aid into Israel. The president of Barbados got up in front of the UN. I was shocked. Little Benjamite country. Got up in front of the UN and said, it condemned Israel, man, and said that they need to be shut down and all this. Others did the same. That war is getting ready to get real toasty up in that Middle East. And the chains of slavery going to get very, very loose. And the Lord's people are going to help themselves, man. All 12 tribes of them as we going forward into the future, man. So again, man, I salute you, Captain Chaapash, man, for the great work you're doing, man. Can we salute him out?
Yes, sir.
Rock.
Salute you also, Ashaparium. Henry, you hang in there, Salakia.
El general dijo que mantenga ahí, que te mantiene ahí, ¿ok?
All right. You die?
Honorable Khan, sir. New report finds nearly 200% increase in anti-Semitic incidents in the United States since October 7th Hamas terror massacre.
The problem with that is, how could we even believe it? Because they always crying and somebody persecuting them. There's always an increase, and they always lying about it in many cases. That Southern Poverty Law Center is a bunch of stinking, dirty liars. They lying all the time, every day. And so how we even know the damn thing is real? Please, Jim.
Sir, if I could, that's what this story sounds like. Once again, this is just propaganda so that the richest, most powerful people can paint themselves a victim. And now we all have to feel sorry for our landlords and the people that own our bank and own the car note on our car and own our house and own our job. We all have to now feel sorry for them. And I would look at what they count as anti-Semitism. Because the definition of anti-Semitism, I think, is just saying simply you should stop bombing the Palestinians.
Right.
I think if you dare to say that out your mouth, you're a racist, right? If you dare to say, well, maybe you should bomb them a little less next week.
Yeah.
I think they'll call you an anti-Semite and then put that in the stats.
Yeah.
Add that to the anti-Semitic stats. I would like to see what actually constitutes an act of anti-Semitism.
Right.
Because you're right. It sure seemed like any disagreement
Yeah.
with an Israeli is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, at the end of during World War II, the so-called Jews did all kinds of false flag operations to get the United States into the war. They was blowing up ships and all that to get them in the damn war. So what's to say they ain't putting this out, you understand, to get more sympathy on them? You know what I mean? And that don't even look like the way somebody would desecrate a damn food truck. You know what I mean? They just write a little something on the side and put a little swastika and they kept it pushing. I don't know. Them young kids be using multiple colors and drawing pictures. And that don't look legit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Salaki, yo.
You die.
Cesspool. Oregon high school football fans throw cake in stands after chanting N-word and making monkey sounds at rival team.
Tell me we got footage. Damn. Read that one more time out.
Honorable Khan, sir. Honorable Khan. Cesspool. Oregon high school football fans throw cake in stands after chanting N-word and making monkey sounds at rival teams.
And let me tell you something, Mark. As much as we helped this country, as much as we suffered for them, as much as we sacrificed and been crushed under for them, they still persecute us every day. You worried about the Palestinians' persecution or the white Jews' persecution. Black people in America are persecuted every day, and it never stops. Like we have an anti-black. That's another thing. How are they gonna have anti-Semitic when where's the anti-black quotes? Because if you start stacking those up, forget about it. What would those numbers look like if you recorded and stacked up every incident of racism against black people and called it anti-black? What would that look like? And here's why they'll never do it. You know why they'll never do it? Because if they start stacking up the stats on being anti-black, black people would come together. Like their anti-Semitism helps keep white so-called Jewish people together.
Yeah.
It lets them know we're hated. Let's come together. But when it happens to us, day in and day out, it's treated like an isolated incident. It's treated like it's one bad apple. So that we don't never come together and say, you know what? We being persecuted. We got to come together with one another, which is what really should be going on. So, Salaki, I yield.
If I could give Commanding General Yahanna a hand, and if I could, sir, I'll tell you one form of racism which is so accepted, it'll win you an election. And that's to say you're against immigration.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like if you're against immigration, that's racist.
That's right.
It's racist to do anything to stop the people from South and Central America to come into America. Like if you say anything like, there's too many Mexicans here, there's too many Haitians here, these Haitians are ruining our country.
They're rapists.
They're rapists. If you do anything to stop immigration, that's racist. How do I know? Because if you say anything about stopping the so-called Jew from taking those lands over there in Israel, if you say they shouldn't inhabit, what's that land you always taught me about where they always want to take all the land from the Palestinians?
The Gaza.
Yeah, if you say they shouldn't populate, what's that strip they want to go to and build houses on?
Yeah, the occupied land.
The occupied land.
In Gaza.
If you say, no, there shouldn't be any Jewish people in this land, that's anti-Semitic.
That's right.
They consider that right now anti-Semitic to say, well, Jewish people, you should not occupy these lands. You should stop. Then if you say that Hispanics should not occupy Springfield, Illinois, or they should not occupy New York or Chicago, that is racist.
That's right.
You are supposed to support all immigration. You're supposed to support every Haitian that wants to come to America, every Honduran, every Mexican, every Guatemalan, or else you're racist. Right. Now, that's not true. Ask the Jewish people what they would say if you didn't want them to control the entire land of Palestine from the river to the sea. If you don't want them to have the entire place, then they would consider you a racist.
Right.
Salaki, sir.
And we ain't talking about a country that lets everybody in. The state of Israel is an apartheid state.
Please.
They want it only for one race of people.
Yep.
They straight up the new Nazi.
That's it.
They done become the new Nazi party. It's amazing how they just jumped into that role, and it's like you can't say a thing about it. It's madness in this place, man. It's absolutely madness.
And sir, if I could say one thing against the tribe of Judah, that's my tribe. So if you don't mind, I'll say something, because it is so evil of black people to have any problem with Hispanics coming into your town, your neighborhood, your block, your building. Don't you know that's how we got to the north?
That's right.
Black people don't come from New York or Chicago or St. Louis or Cleveland. We're not from there. We're from Mississippi and Alabama. And how did we get here? We walked from Mississippi and Alabama. And you know what white people said? They said, there's too many of y'all in our town. There's too many black people coming to New York. There's too many black people coming to Chicago, to St. Louis, to Detroit. You know what the problem was? Detroit was telling us to come. Yeah. Detroit was saying, come to Detroit. Come to Chicago, come to Philadelphia, come to New York. And we ran out of Mississippi walking, trying to have a better life. Yeah. And when we got here, what did they call us? Murderers, rapists. We were going to bring crime. They invented, jaywalking and nonsense laws.
That's right.
So they could put us in jail for not having a job. So now because you're standing around, because you don't have a job, they put you in jail so you can turn big rocks into little rocks and build streets in jail. And for black people in Chicago and in New York to have any problem with Hispanics coming from another country, that is a vile thing that your grandmother would hate. You're doing something that your grandfather would be ashamed of you. Your grandmother would be absolutely ashamed of you when your grandmother was an immigrant from Mississippi, an immigrant from Alabama who went to Detroit and who walked there, who walked to Chicago. And they hated her, but she did not stop. She kept going. You're going to sit and talk about, Harriet Tubman and act like Harriet Tubman was so great. Then meanwhile, when the Venezuelans come to your town, you complain about it? You're angry at Venezuelans? When you praise Harriet Tubman for walking from Virginia to have a better life, your grandmother would be ashamed of you. You better accept every Mexican, every Honduran, every Venezuelan. Do it for your grandmother. Do it because your grandmother was an immigrant. Your grandmother came from the South and they treated her like garbage. Treat people with the hospitality that you wish your grandmother would have received.
Right.
So like you, sir.
Damn right. Give it up.
Right. If I can, y'all better wake the hell up, man. You are not Americans here.
Please.
You are not Americans. And that's the problem. You done got comfortable and settled, and you believe you are Americans. So any immigrant is coming over here violating you. You thinking like white people. That's how the ghetto got destroyed, because we became gangsters like white people. We became unalivers like white people. We start doing the things that they do because you sticking your chest out thinking you're an American. Although they showing you, they beating you down because you're not American. They beating you upside the head every day because you're not American. Tossing you in jail and unaliving you in the streets for no reason because you're not American, but you still fighting against it to be American. And part of that mindset that these are immigrants coming over here, taking your jobs and filling up your neighborhoods. You want prestigious neighborhoods and they bringing your property values down. You think you're an American, man, but you're fooling yourself. Micah 2:10 says, this is not your rest. This is not your rest. Depart from it, man, because it'll destroy you. And a lot of your minds is destroyed thinking you American.
That's right.
And if I could just add one little thing, you know what's so wild about this whole hating the immigrants thing is there's immigrants coming over here from all over the world, from China, from East India, from India, from the Arab world. There's immigrants coming from everywhere. But somehow when you say the word immigrant, it only relates to the Latino. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it only relates to the you don't even have to say Latino immigrants. No. Everybody know that's what it means. Listen, up to this day, more Ukrainians have come to Chicago than the Latino tribes from all of the South American countries. More Ukrainians. And meanwhile, nobody even thinks of a Ukrainian when they say immigrant. Right. It don't even pop in their mind when it's more of them in the city, but you in there fighting the other tribes. That's exactly what's going on. You was gonna say something, you guys.
If I could, Commanding General Yahanna, sir, what you said was so heavy. I thought about the brother's story and how tragic it was, and it was something I told Officer Marah. I bet you none of them Ukrainians, none of them East Indians, none of them Chinese, they don't know what it's like to spend a day in one of themselves that our brothers spending every day when they come over to try to come over to this country. They have no idea what it's like to go and be like, I don't have no money for commissary to have the common things, because they get to walk right through the border while the Lord's chosen people have to sit and suffer. The water, sir, for the ISUP kind of come under you, sir.
Damn right. And what you saying is so heavy. And sorry to jump on top of all y'all words, but y'all all saying stuff that's so heavy. What I wanted to say was, man, when he said, I was hoping somebody put something on my books so I could get a cup of coffee or a bowl of soup. Brother, look, like this is an evil place right here. And all 12 tribes are highly persecuted in this place. And America doesn't want you to say, it's supposed to be where you're supposed to have free speech and say what you want to say. But America doesn't want you to say the truth about this place. They don't want you to tell the real truth about what is going on because they like the lie. The lie is working for them. The lie is brainwashing us. The lie is keeping us in slavery. All the lies. When, brother, the truth needs to come forth so that the lies can go away so we can wake up and become the people who we're supposed to become. Because it's insane. He said a cup of coffee and a bowl of soup. You understand? In a bowl of soup. I'm going to have me a bowl of soup first thing tomorrow in honor of that brother. I'm going to have a bowl of, I'm getting some noodles and something. In honor of that brother, because that we take for granted. I don't even think about it when I get a cup. I bought a thing of coffee this big today. I don't even think about it when I get a cup of coffee. When the last time you ordered a cup of coffee and said, well, how much is it? You don't even think about how much it costs for that cup of coffee because it's so inexpensive. But to him, it was everything if he could get a cup of coffee. You understand? Like, brother, the suffering we done did here between all these tribes, the charge is high. And that's why the Lord bringing this place to a nuclear war. It's getting ready to go right there. Salaki, I yield.
It's 11. Okay.
We do. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Let's